What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday. Tuesday. I am going to talk herky jerky like this. No, just kidding. All right. Trying to entertain you guys. That's all. What is today? Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing you your daily Blitz. 5 to 10 minutes of Buckeye coverage. Keep it locked in here for any player interviews, any press conferences, any coach interviews. We'll have all those on the YouTube channel and in podcast format, so you never miss any news. Yesterday we talked recruiting. Today we're talking recruiting, back-to-back recruiting shows. We have a big old batch of recruiting updates. It's a big batch. It's not a little batch. It's a big batch. So got a bunch of guys I'm going to update you on, see where the Buckeyes are sitting. We'll talk visits, things like that. So without further ado, let's start off with KJ Bolden. Number one, safety in the class, safety out of Georgia, one of Ohio State's top targets in the 24 class. Bama, Georgia are the biggest challengers. As always, seems like every time we go after a high-end safety, they're already in on him. Anyways, he does have an official visit now set up for June 16th to the 18th. That date, by the way, is getting to be a heavy-duty visit day, and then the following weekend after that too. But side note. Next up, Bryce West, in-state Buckeye. Well, he's from Ohio, not a Buckeye yet. Corner out of Cleveland Glenville. Top-rated player in Ohio. He's a high priority for the Buckeyes. Buckeyes are in good position right now. Team up north, though, is a strong contender. He's taken multiple visits to that toilet. So no official visit with the Buckeyes scheduled yet, but that should be coming. He has been to Columbus multiple times, too. So don't piss and shit yourself. I think we're going to be okay, but Michigan's going to be a strong. This might come down to Ohio State versus Michigan matchup. So cross your fingers and toes. Jordan Marshall, in-state Ohio running back. He has a top four of Michigan, Tennessee, Wisconsin, and Ohio State. He'll visit Columbus in the spring. No official visit set up yet, but like most of these that aren't scheduled yet, they probably will come, especially if he's already locked in a top four. So he is looking at making a decision sometime this summer. No specific month or date, but sometime this summer before. A lot of these kids, want to make their decision. If they aren't going to do it in December, they're going to do it before their high school practice starts for their senior years. So linebacker out of Georgia, Sammy Brown. I like this guy. He's got the perm, the merm, whatever you want to call it, the man perm. It's glorious. I would say it's better than the Quinn Ewers Moulet. So just my opinion. Right now, he is close with Jim Knowles. He did form a close relationship with James Laurinaitis when he was at Notre Dame. So you got a couple of connections there. Clemson, though, is currently the leader. He has an official visit with the Buckeyes June 16th and is expected to make his commitment sometime in July. So at least we'll know, this summer. Clemson also being close to home, since he's from Georgia, is a concern for me. So we'll see how things go. Next up, Jordan Seaton, interior O-lineman out of Washington, D.C. He is the highest rated interior O-lineman in the cycle, in the 2024 cycle. So OSU is currently the favorite. This is one of the Buckeyes' biggest needs, because we're going to have Donovan Jackson moving on soon. Matt Jones obviously is out of eligibility after this year. So we're going to need dudes in the middle. So huge need. No official visit set yet, but keep your pants on. Next up, Charles Lester, corner, 5-star corner out of Sarasota, Florida. I know that because I live nearby. He has the Buckeyes in his top 5, released a top 5. It's going to be very difficult, though, to pull him out of Florida with corners and receivers and running backs. and anybody else, any other position you want to name, they're hard to get out of Florida. No, but mostly those three, as we have seen in person. He does have an official visit June 16th to the 18th with Sammy Brown. Notice that. Those guys will be in town. So next up, Joshisa Trader, Florida wide receiver from Chaminade Prep. I'm just looking for reasons to say Chaminade. Obviously, Jeremiah Smith, the receiver, already committed to the Buckeyes. So pairing them together would be awesome. You know, it open up so many avenues, so many things they can do since they're currently teammates. They know how each other works. But again, going to be difficult to pull Trader out of Florida, and no visits scheduled as of right now. So I'll let you know if that changes. Mylan Graham, Indiana wide receiver. He's visiting March 11th to the 12th. So that is next weekend. Ohio State's in great position with him. He does have a favorites, I guess. His favorites are Miami, Purdue, Tennessee, Alabama. Buckeyes are probably going to take 3 wideouts in this 24 class. They've taken 4 in the last 2 classes. So Smith and Graham, Jeremiah Smith, Mylan Graham, and Terrence Moore. Terrence Moore is probably the 3rd guy in that group if everybody stays committed. So next up, Guerby Lambert, O-lineman out of Massachusetts. The Buckeyes, they'll take at least 4, bare ass minimum, 4 offensive linemen, possibly 5 or 6. Guerby's top 4 are Notre Dame, LSU, Michigan, and Georgia. Notre Dame is the favorite right now. Again, he's out of Massachusetts. So probably the best player in the state. Next up, Elias Rudolph, defensive end, formerly from Cincinnati, now relocated to Deerfield Beach, Florida. That's over on the East Coast. He has visited Ohio State multiple times before he moved. He's a big time, huge defensive end need. We need that. We do currently have 1 crystal ball to Ohio State, but no official visit yet. So I'm assuming he's going to be scheduling an official visit. No decision date in the works yet. Damarion Witten next up, tight end out of Cleveland Glenville, another one. So Buckeyes are probably going to take 2 in this class, 2 tight ends. And with Christian Bentoncourt's commitment to Clemson recently, Witten becomes Ohio State's #1 priority at tight end. So I think the Buckeyes are in great standing there and should just be another of the Glenville to Ohio State pipeline with him and Bryce West. So let's keep it flowing, and already has a crystal ball to Ohio State. So that's lovely. No official visit yet, but that will definitely change as these weekends start filling up for the summer. Last guy I want to talk about is Nigel Smith. He's a Texas D lineman. Probably won't be able to visit Ohio State this spring. He's been to Columbus numerous times, though, to visit, and he'll take an official visit this summer eventually. He doesn't have anything locked in yet, but he does have crystal balls to Oklahoma. Keep that in mind. Out of Texas, again, so may want to stay closer to home. Who knows? But, all right, that's your big old batch of recruiting updates. We'll hit you again. We'll have more. There's so much going on in the recruiting world. This 24 class is really just getting ramped up. I mean, we only have a few commitments, so this is going to get nuts, and we're going to have a lot of commitments over the spring and summer, probably, especially summer into fall. So keep it locked in here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.